Hello, stream. Welcome to our Game Dev Sesh. We have not been live with this in a minute. Other team members should be joining momentarily. No idea if my audio is actually working, to be honest. Wade has joined. Hello, Wade. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
My audio's still gonna work here. Seems to be working. Yay! Go team.
No. You know what I found out last night?
Lost Max again. No, tell me.
So I was out. Well, we were on our way back. We were like, we should probably pick up floodlights for outside the house because we've just been concerned about like break-ins and stuff. And so we went to Home Depot and looked around. I was like, I don't even know what to find that's an outdoor one. Anyway, ended up not getting a floodlight and instead getting into a mildly bitter argument about floodlights, and then
What, with
came
your partner
back.
or with like
Yeah.
like
It
random
was
at the
just
store?
like we were just kind of like getting irritated at the fact that we didn't know what type of bulb to get for outdoors because some of them don't put in direct contact with water, and I felt like there's a like a what do you call it, the encasement, the casing or whatever. Anyway, the glass case around it. I'm like, that's probably protecting it from water. And she was like, well, it still might come in contact. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Got in this weird thing, and we're just like, you know what? Let's just forget it. I'll go home and I'll look it up and I'll order something. Got home, and it turns out the bulbs that the guy had out there, I thought was dead. It wasn't. They were both like these Wi-Fi
Oh
GE
yeah.
bulbs, and I don't know how they were both working at one point, but then one of them stopped working. And so when I was looking at it, I saw it said sync multicolor, whatever. I'm like, is this a, and I looked it up and then I realized, oh, it's like works with an app. So I plugged them in and I was able to connect them to the Wi-Fi router and then got them all working and then integrate them with my home automation. And so now when the sun rises and the sun sets, the lights turn on and turn off with sunrise and sunset.
Okay. Cat Cam. Cat Cam.
You ready for your close-up, Maple?
Cat Cam.
She's
Max,
like, what
I
am I
think you
looking
can
at?
also. So you win Cat Cam, and you also win background of the week. I mean,
Thanks.
do you don't have any stuffies? Like Wade's got a Care Bear. That's pretty. It's pretty good. I got some
You just can't
stuffies
see
going on
mine
too.
because none of them are visible. All of my
Background.
knickknacks are on that side of the wall, like behind the
Sure.
computer screen.
Sure, Max. Sure, that's what's happening.
Let me send a picture. I've finally got things mostly set up. It's not complete yet because
Oh,
the house is a
the old like
mess.
I just moved excuse.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see.
I don't think we need this.
Mostly
green jelly
because
that
I
way.
haven't figured out how to get the little hooks on these shelves yet. But let's take.
How do we do this? Don't need to see that
Come
right now. Okay, where are we? Branch is. I'm on the building branch, but we pulled that to main, right? The building
Building
stuff.
branch. Yes. The upgrade stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we also put my audio code in, right? I can just go look.
Oh, I don't know if you put your. Do you mean the Oh, the bell thing. Yes, yes, we pulled that into main, but we just couldn't use it because we didn't have Wise libraries set up.
Right, so you guys couldn't hear it, but the code is there. Okay, so I can switch back to main and pull that, and then we can think about what to do next. Branches main. We have look, Wade put in the upgrade. Andrew put in Belding, and then yeah, so I put the Belding a while ago, and then or I had it ready a while ago, but then didn't put it till last week when we had Chunky Bits ready to go. Chunky Bits is working again, Max. It just frickin' takes forever. Like I don't know if so. Did you hear? Were you here for the story of where it lives now and stuff?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, here's a quiz. Where does it live?
It lives. Didn't you say it lives on GitHub or is accessed through GitHub now? Am I
Yes,
misremembering? Okay.
that is right. If I can remember where I put it. Pirate X. Did I put it as a Pirate X private repo? Yeah, so put it as a, so it's in my, it's not in an organization, it's in my private repository. Maybe that's why it's slow. But if you go to download from this with the API at least, it takes a really long time. Like, wait, how long was it? Like 7 or 8 minutes?
Yeah, about that.
And like, normally, let me see if I just go here and download. I mean, it is like a gig, right? If I click it here and download it, how long does it take? It's not slow here, but via like the GitHub API, it's not fast. And maybe a question for ChatGPT, like, what is up with that? I think I'm gonna cancel this though. I don't need this. It's yeah. So this is like just to to normally download these things. It is cancel. I said. Oh no, I didn't. To normally download them, it's like less than a minute, right? But then Chunky Bits, it's a while, so we have to like plan accordingly. Oh, guess what? I'm not showing my screen. Derp, de derp, de derp. Okay, here's where it lives. In case you were wondering. Yeah, interweb can all see it too. Stop me if you've heard all this before. Kind of the cool thing about this is, I mean, it's designed for you to be like they have a robust API that they support, which is a good thing. And also you can find your release by tag, right? So it's kind of easy to line this up with, anyway, if you poke around in the PowerShell, you'll see what it does to get these. But yeah, if you feel like grabbing the latest sound banks, maybe poke that now and in 10 minutes, they will be
Okay.
available for you.
Do you think it's something that I can run in the background while I'm doing other things, or is it pretty?
I believe so. I
Okay.
believe so. I mean, it's not using a ton of bandwidth, right? Because
Yeah, fair enough.
it seems to
Because
be
it takes
throttled somewhere.
forever.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm sorry, I might have missed. I was adding some stuff to this scene. What's the best way to actually like get it? Is it just pull it and then drop it in the right folder?
So you shouldn't have to do anything really. If you find it in the GitHub repo, not the GitHub, Chunky Bits folder.
Let me see if I
Let's
can
see.
pull that
I'm,
up real
I'm looking. Let me
quick.
get this open. Okay. Yeah, Chunky Bits is in root. So if you open that up, and oh, this is me. I was looking over at your, just looking over the other screen. It's like that's my screen too. So if you go to Chunky Bits, say, get latest Wise Banks. This thing here.
Wait, so
Dot bat. Because you build light maps,
Oh,
you probably
am I
don't want to.
local?
You probably don't want to get the stale light maps. They're from a while ago. But
Get which one? Get latest chonky bits?
no, you have that will get like
Oh,
everything.
okay. I see.
That's
Get
the legacy
latest
one.
light maps and the get latest wise banks.
Yeah. Oh, there is no just get latest .bat anymore. That's probably good. That was too much stuff. And you get more wise banks than you deserve because you get like Android, Windows, and Mac,
Yeah,
which
all
is
of it.
like, yeah, to do is
Yeah, let me
sort that out better.
try running that. See what happens.
So excited! Share your screen.
Oh, it's super exciting. Here, let me.
I can imagine. Here it comes.
There you
There
go.
it is.
It's
Yeah,
happening.
I don't think that's as slow as it was for us. Put my so 35, 36, 37.
No,
38,
that's
39.
fast.
I mean, it's still like pretty slow as downloads go.
I feel like that
Because it's
was
kind of like, but if you look at it, it's ticking like kind of a megasecond, right? It's not much faster than that.
yeah.
So that's like 15 minutes for a gig,
And I have
right?
pretty
Is my
decent
math okay? It's not you.
download speed. No, yeah, I was
It's
just
not you.
curious. I haven't really checked my speed since I got to the new house. It's been working fine, so I never even checked. Um, the
Yeah, but
first
this is the
speed
thing for
test I
you
ran
might
is at
look at
like
that and be
almost
like,
200.
what's wrong with my internet?
Yeah.
But pretty exciting, right?
Yeah, depending on the speed test, I'm anywhere between 200 and 350 for my download speed.
Okay,
Pretty
and then
good.
in other news, so Wade and I were on yesterday. Um, I guess I can show you, and we'll share it with stream as well. I started to draw out what I wanted to do with the like the audio transition from the cavern to the mine in Western. Here's the spoilers. Oh, I should share my screen again. That would be the thing to do. I started drawing this. We've
I'll
got
be right
like
back.
a bunch of Wade's seen all this yesterday. So we've got like this, of course, is the waterfall area, right? As you can
Okay.
tell by my beautiful artistry.
Oh yeah, super easy.
And then there's like a few different emitters there in order to like surround you in the sound of the waterfall, right? To make it like you're in there and it's all around you. And so when you turn your head, the waterfall ambience isn't moving with your head, with your speakers. So, but then you go through this portal, right? And you don't want, let's see if I can draw this. You don't want this sound to be like coming through the wall still, right?
Yeah.
And still be loud, especially when you're like down here. You don't want this guy.
Yeah, I would expect
Where's
the
my
sound to
line?
fall off pretty quickly the further you go down, especially as you kind of go literally down into the mine.
So if you just set the attention on these sounds to do that, then like approaching it from the other side doesn't sound right.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're outside coming up to it, the distance should work differently, right? So I'm like trying to figure out how to do this, right? It's like have another like kind of emitter at the portal that like these guys switch over to here when you're down in the tunnel, and around the corner even kind of want it to be like,
Yeah, even more
you know what I
so.
mean? Like
Um,
we want how far away it is, but we also want the sound to like have a path through this portal, right? And then that there's some other stuff that would also be nice to have, right? But I'm like wrestling my head around this way to like go see what Wise does. So I did. Here's the AI overview. Set up rooms and portals. Da 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 da. Right. So it turns out, and links are here, and this is in our volleyball Trello, right? But here's the spoiler. Wise supports like rooms and portals, and if you look here, this is kind of what I was drawing, right?
mhm.
Emitter 1, emitter 2, emitter 3.
And
This is a
like
room game
as you
object.
pass
This is
through the
it's a
doorway.
portal. Yeah. So
Okay.
they have an implementation for rooms and portals, and you can associate like the coyotes can be in the outside quote unquote room,
Hmm.
emitting into that room's properties. But if you're in the cavern, they come through like the nearest portal. So I haven't listened to
Okay.
it to see how effective it is,
Yeah,
but
I was gonna say
it'll
this might
even like
answer.
it'll even blend the reverbs, right? Which we don't want. The coyotes
Okay.
should sound like they're in the canyon still. But you know,
Yeah.
it like if it's cool for so hypothetically, like if we were in FPS, which is like volleyball 2, right? Volleyball with guns. Um, if someone's in this room shooting, not room shooting. Yeah, I think I think you always want the environment of the emitter to be its reverb. I'm trying to think of a case where you wouldn't want that. I think if you were underwater, that's the only time. Like you'd
Yeah, but
want,
that's such a drastically different like audio environment that you kind of would almost want to change everything in the sense of like it's nothing's going to sound the same.
yeah,
Um, I've got
that
a
that would be a case where
maybe a
you'd want
silly
to.
question. Um,
Sure.
Mostly just because I haven't worked with Wise or much of the audio stuff in general, but does Wise have how do I describe that? Essentially like and it looks like this might cover that, but a physics-based sound rendering in the sense of like, if you're standing in front of a wall listening to a sound in front of you, it would be normal. But if you move behind a wall, that wall in its own right like muffles the sound depending on the material the wall is made from.
Called sound
Um,
occlusion.
Yeah.
yeah, is
So
that relatively simple, or is that like a whole system to set up beyond just dropping in some script that says, okay, use physical sound or sound occlusion? Um,
good question. I mean, there's a ton of. They have like a bunch of libraries for things like that. Um, so this kind of like implicitly is doing that. Like
yeah.
if I'm saying when I transition to this room, the the sounds are visible through the portal. Then implicitly, like there's 100% occlusion for on at
Okay,
the room
so
boundaries, right?
using
But
this
if
system, you're essentially setting up different room environments and then controlling the size of that portal determines how much of the sound bleeds from one room into the next. So that way you can
yeah,
say, okay, when you're in the cave or you're in the mine, you have a ton of reverb, like a ton of echo, but you're still hearing sounds from the outside, but only through that funneled portal.
yeah. So as you're going
Okay.
down the stairs, the waterfall is like behind you through that door, right? Which is exactly what I wanted to do. And the same thing with the coyotes. They're like they're not no longer all around you. They're like clearly coming from this portal.
Yeah.
And there's some bonus stuff. Here, I don't know how big this is on your screen, but like your room object has things like you can associate your reverb bus with the room object. So I'm throwing the bowling ball outside. It sounds like it's in a canyon. I'm throwing it in the cavern. It sounds like it's in the cavern, right? And it's not like the Wise engine will try and keep track of it for us. So the thing I'm going to do today is try and like draw the room geometry for the cavern, and I suspect it might be a box for now, right? While as we start playing with it. But anyway, it's I suspect it's going to be like way less code than I was thinking it might be, and more just like playing with those parameters. But if the room was like a word box, right? For whatever reason that had like different sound properties, I think you can also set things on the I don't know whether it's in the portal or in the room, but like there are settings for like I think how much blockage it is, right? Like how aggressively it's forced through the portal.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
a
for
thin wooden
occlusion,
wall isn't going to block it as much as like a 2 foot thick stone or like metal wall would.
yeah.
Um,
But if you're just outside and there are like walls between you and the sound source, um, if it's not airtight, in real life there's much less occlusion than you might think. Like it's in general, I'm not sure worth modeling all that stuff in terms of like how much, how direct is the sound, how is the
oh,
sound change
absolutely. And
struction,
especially
that sort
for
of
a
thing.
game like this where like environmental locationing isn't a major part of the game itself.
Yeah,
Like
yes and no.
if the
Like
entirety of the game was like local audio multiplayer where
stealth.
hearing where things are happening, yeah, stealth based, then it would be more important. But in the end, how accurately we hear the ball rolling between one room and another is maybe not as important. It's nice, but it's not like a game breaker in that sense.
Hey, Cooney's on in chat. 10 minutes ago, and then we just talked for a while.
Oh, looks like
I'm
my
notorious.
thing is done.
I am notorious for missing chat. This has a latency too, I think. Anyway, you may or may not say hi again. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Cooney. We were playing Phasmo on Friday one week. And he jumped on. He's in England. I was going to say the UK, but it's the England part of UK.
Nice.
So yeah, across the pond we were playing Phasmophobia one Friday with someone we just met that evening. Which one was right?
It's always fun.
Cuny or Cooney? So he's like, "Is this the game?" Well, this is not quite the game. This is the whiteboard of the game. I am going to be building a game shortly. I'm trying to figure out what branch to build in and how to break things. Okay, cool. Yeah, I should fire it up. See if it still works. Did you, Max? Did you update your editor?
Yes. Yep. I'm on 2022.3.62 F2.
Yeah. I forgot to do that before. How to follow. Oh, this thing's in front of it. My computer is starting to tell me I have too many things open. Yeah, type in chat and it's like,
Not having it.
oh man. Okay, CUNY. Yeah, we do need testers. Our Windows support, not our Windows, but like our keyboard and mouse support is pretty.
What is that?
Wade and Max, could you hear me or while this was loading, or did my audio get
Cutting in and out a little bit. Catching some words, but not all of them. Might be getting worse the longer it loads.
I think Jen's. Which is close-ish.
Do you still hear my mic at all, guys?
Yeah, but you're
Yeah.
frozen.
You need to kill my.
Yes, but you're frozen. Can you hear it?
Hopefully, okay.
Oh, wait.
I can hear you.
Yeah, there you go.
You guys were frozen for a little bit.
You're back.
I had maybe too many browsers open, and Unity doing. Oh, Unity Package Manager is installing stuff. Anyway.
I'll be right back.
Okay. was gonna ask Wade. Whether he's doing.
I'm not. I'm in a sandbox right now, working on the gate triggering issue that we're having.
Yeah, I just hate having like dot scene merges, right? Or dot unity, I mean. If I'm in there, like, especially if I'm in there, like, messing around with, like, room geometry.
Good to meet you, CUNY. Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, it's like 11 p.m. over there. Oops. I should just say this in case my mic is working. Bash and I are playing Phasmo tomorrow. What time do we play? 7 p.m. You didn't get to see any of the game.
Tune in next week for more game demos.
For actual. you know, I don't think he even got the.
Ah, darn it. It's the most important part of our stream.
Actually get some game going here. And then, like, or a cat on screen.
Man, my favorite thing is when I don't touch a piece of
Like, you
code
have.
for a long time, and then I go back in and I'm like, what did I do here? What's going on? Okay, let's see.
Yeah, what was my plan here?
You're still breaking up
That was
here
me
and here and
when I
there.
got back into the, because I was just like, how did I set this up? What was the plan?
Yeah.
I want to start keeping better notes.
Even if it's just like inline comments for myself, it's probably better to over comment than to under comment.
Yeah. I worked at one place though where like commenting was strongly discouraged. It's like
Yeah.
it was weird because they were like refactor and have clear procedure names to the point of, so that like the intent is like super clear and everything's super readable, to the point at which like it's like, literally the procedures became the comments. And it's like, I get how it's different, but also I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, for me, the ideal end goal is having such clean code that you don't need comments. I mean, obviously that is the end goal, but in practicality, I know that's not how it works.
it literally helps me code to like write down what I think I'm doing in the comments,
Oh,
and then like
yeah.
fill in the code, and then there's like a breadcrumb trail for the next developer to come figure it out.
Yeah. A very common thing for me to do is like create the function, write the function only using lines of comments
Yeah.
as like pseudocode, and then
Yeah.
under each line actually write that bit of code. And that way you're
Make
not
sure it
missing
does it.
things and you're not
Does the expected results. Yeah. But
Yeah.
if you're doing that and you're putting in procedures, like replacing the comment and code with like a procedure, then like procedures are a contract in a way that like a block of because it it has explicit parameters, and it has it could have more than one, but like it has a signature, and it has output, and if it's public, then you know
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I kind of get it, but anyway, it'll probably, because it's programming, it'll probably swing back the other way in a couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, what's
No,
right one
everything's
year
object
is going to be
oriented. No,
wrong.
everything's procedural. No, everything's like
Yeah. You still write code by hand. You don't just have the AI do it all for you. What are you doing? You're going to make mistakes.
AI never
Oh,
makes mistakes.
never.
That wasn't sarcasm, in case you're listening, chat. I mean, chat GPT.
It's like how the internet can never be wrong.
It's ineffable. I almost got into religious discussion. Infallibility and ineffability and scriptures.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I'll leave that alone.
We'll discuss that off stream. Yeah.
Yeah, off stream. You can read, if you don't know what I'm talking about stream, you can go research that. It's interesting. I'll say one thing. People, the 10 Commandments should be displayed in the classroom. Which 10 Commandments?
Yeah.
I'll just leave it there. And I'm talking about the same book. Just it's different section. That is all. Did this thing open? Yes, update these. How long have you been waiting for my answer, Unity?
Who
What time is it?
knows?
Scintillating content for this stream.
So I'm finding my only real issue when I'm like going back and
Reed has the
doing
best content.
code stuff, and it's been a while, is figuring out exactly where to put certain things to make sure that they're in the right script or in the right spot. Like, for example, there is a trigger on the bowling ball that's bigger than the size of the bowling ball to make sure that it's in bounds. And I essentially want to make it so at the start of your bowl, no, maybe that's not the best way to do it. Anyways, I was going to say, like, at the start of the bowl, you want it to shrink that trigger so it's only the size of the ball, so it doesn't trigger too many gates. But figuring out where to put that to determine that it's the start of your attempt and then the ball has stopped moving, so it's the end of your attempt. I feel like you could put those in a handful of different spots. But also in hindsight, I think there might be a better way to handle this anyways.
Sorry, I lost you for about 10 seconds.
Oh, you're
Can you
okay.
hear?
Just talking out loud, mostly.
Kind of okay. Yeah, I don't yeah, I have to rethink how I host this stream, because like resource wise, like I mean Unity's just kind of like doing its thing, and then I try and do anything over on the stream and it's like death. I do have a whole other laptop. And I do have have a capture device. I wonder if I can host the stream on like another device. Is that a priority? Should we put that in the backlog?
I mean, my only thought on that would be you then couldn't share your screen as easily with what you're working on. I don't
So
know
I
if that
think I
makes.
would be a guest, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah, you would be a
because
secondary. Okay.
this is gonna be a little bit meta for a second, but like
It's not a bad idea.
this view where it's
Yeah,
running
you would just
the
share your guest screen.
I'd be a guest there as well, right? Like how did actually that's a good question. Anyway, yeah, but my development PC could be a guest there, right? I think because I could turn my camera off and just share the screen from there. Or the host could just stay hidden. The host machine could just stay hidden the whole time.
Yeah, that would work.
I don't know. I'm not sure if I can be a guest on my own stream though. This died on me again. I was not prepared for this to take this long. I've used up probably half of my Oculus sitting there not sleeping. Meanwhile, all I've done is like chat.
Well, it's still good to be on. Sometimes
Try
there's
to
not much you can do about Unity running slow or taking forever to boot up.
the new build.
Yeah, when I
Sort of
did mine
stuff.
last time, it took forever.
I'm gonna go to the kitchen and get my bowl of cereal with actual milk.
Enjoy. Try that Dr. Pepper sometime. Gross.
Also, fresh berries. There's cereal in your bowl, and they were not actually fresh berries. What happened?
Exactly. Hello.
Hello.
Um, I just threw on the food. In 5 minutes, it's going to be done. 5, 10 minutes. Then I'm going to eat, and then I'll be back.
Okay. Sounds good. Andrew's just grabbing a bowl of cereal.
Grab what?
Grabbing a bowl of cereal.
Oh, cool. He's still loading Unity?
Yeah, it's been struggling.
Mine took a while after I did the update, too.
Same. Maybe not quite this long, but it definitely took too long.
Yeah. I'm kind of excited about those sound things, though.
Yeah, it should be cool. Hopefully it's an easy enough setup.
Well, the reason I was asking him yesterday was because um, this is definitely before your time, but um, you know about Sound Blaster sound cards?
I think so.
Okay, so yes, definitely. So when just to tell you how long I've been playing video games for, it was literally the mono speaker that was attached to your computer. You know when it posts, when it boots up and it posts,
Yeah.
that was making all the music. And I think they found ways to kind of like, I can't remember how they called it, but like modulate or something voices on that. Anyway, then they finally came out with the Sound Blaster, and that was kind of neat. But then they came out, oh, and the Sound Blaster had like you could play like sound files, like wave files, and you slowly start to get like speech in games, minimal speech. But anyway, at some point they came out with something called Sound Blaster Pro. I can't remember which one it was, but it was a technology called EAX. No, SBX. No, EAX. It's like enhanced audio extension or something like that. But anyway, it did exactly what we're talking about. Like you could, I remember literally there were demos, and one of the demos was with the original Unreal. I want to say tournament or Unreal story-based game, but um, you could stand behind a wall, exactly what you were saying, and then the sound would be muffled, and if you went in front of it, it wouldn't. And then depending on whether it was like stone or metal, it would sound different. And then like if you went from indoor to outdoor, which I remember specifically, the demo was Unreal, and it was the first time they had used it in a game, or one of the first times, and you would go from inside the spaceship and you would end up outside in this chasm. And yeah, hold on one second. So I was like, oh, they've programmed this in, and they're saying it's very easy to do based on this sound card and this technology they've created. So then I was like, I'm surprised they don't have this on the Quest. Like, we're talking, geez, that was 25 years ago.
I mean, we do
Around?
have it, right?
No, I know we do.
You've got
But I was just saying, like last night when I was like, when we were talking about like trying to mix the sounds and the reverb and all this, I was like, I'm surprised they don't have this built into either the Quest or whatever when we had this like 25 years ago in EAX. And then that was
so
when you looked.
the sound cards came with like hardware supported reverb algorithms,
Yeah.
and
I
then it's
remember
just
that.
like you're just flipping a switch, like cavern, canyon,
Yeah.
church interior, whatever, right? With some pretty good parameters, right? Like the kind of parameters you'd have on production reverbs, right? And so they're sitting on, it's like they're not the most expensive reverbs in the world, but they're
Dedicated.
there, and you can just you flip between them, right? So
Yeah.
and we've come a long way since then, because now with things like Wise, what we were earlier with like the Canyon reverb and the cap, you can have both of those going at once in software because of
Yeah.
like multiple chip
Processing power and all that.
and computing speed and stuff like that, right? And plus, I'm sure Oculus has some dedicated um,
It must.
audio processing chips and stuff. Yeah, and probably might cool built-in reverbs that we haven't played with too much because we're not
Yeah.
using their libraries.
Yeah.
But then there's this kind of next level, right? Like already, like we're talking about like things that those cards never had, which is two reverbs. So like your
Mhm.
howling coyotes in the canyon still sound like they're howling in a canyon,
Yeah.
even when that sound is coming through cavern entrance and you're downstairs and the pins sound like they're in a cavern. So
Yeah.
the thing that geometry
Uh,
based like occlusion and like modeling stuff, like there's kind of two sides to that. One is, okay, you're going to send all your geometry not only to the visual rendering, right, but also the sound rendering system.
mhm.
And then if you need like simplified geometry that you're piping to the audio system. And then like want things to have like audio materials, how dense is this, right?
Yeah.
How so so there's an interesting thing that happens then. So take you back a few years
Hold on. Hold on. Sorry.
to
I want to hear this, but my barbecue stuff is done.
uh-oh. Wade,
So can you
chat, I'm
can you
so sorry, chat, you're gonna have to wait.
pin it and then I'll be back. I'm
So
just gonna eat quickly and I'll be right
it's
back.
okay, and the story is about radio drama. So
Okay.
and I might have told this story before, but Stream probably hasn't heard it. Max will be like, not the radio drama story again. This is good. Okay.
I don't think I've
Wade
heard it.
Kim, Wade Kim, Wade Kim, Wade Kim, Wade Kim. I kind of want a Care Bear in my background. Oh my gosh. Back to the footage and time how long it took to open after the upgrade. It has not been fast.
Too long.
I mean, granted, I have the live stream going, which take an ungodly amount of system resources, to be honest. I'm tempted to fire up the laptop and see what happens if I log into this. Oof. you play with? Duo Max? Duolingo, I should say.
One sec. Not really. I do have a couple other other apps that I've used to try and do language learning, but I've never really used Duolingo. I did years ago and it wasn't working for me.
So you can find out what your ranking is in the languages and real world competency level. Unity 8 mined with again, didn't it?
Yes? Oh. It's almost there.
Promising. Oh, it runs. Hey, this is for CUNY. We're gonna get in there, Max. Launching the game.
Nice.
In theory. Wonder how the stream is doing. Oh, my controller made a buzz. Complete domain. I'm so blind. I have no idea what's going on. I have black screen right now in the headset. Oh, I hear music. I see lasers. Oh man, not expecting this. I spawned on the floor,
No, no.
right? How do I reset my... Recenter. Do you know how to run... Reset PU.
Hold the Oculus button. It doesn't always
Look
fix
forward.
in-game issues, though. Sometimes you just have to restart the game.
I think I have to do that. Okay. That was not my most impressive demo. I wonder if that has to do with the update. I should have, before I launched Link, set my floor level. I think I should set my floor level. It looks good here, though. cancel boundary, dictionary.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm taking my headset off for just
what?
taking my headphones off just for a second to test something real quick. I'll be right back on.
Not cool, Max. Okay, let's try this again. So I think I had just not set my floor. Yeah, my headset was probably like on the floor when it started up, and I didn't height or something. I don't know. Let's see what happens here. Come on, no whammy. No, I'm still on the floor. Max, have you been able to run this game yet? Oh, Max is not there. What to do? What to do? That's not what I wanted. Mm-mm. Can't I look up? That's wrong. I swear, CUNY, this is not how the game normally.
Are you still stuck on the ground too?
Yeah, I launched the thing. I'm still stuck on the ground. I was gonna try and load a room.
So I'm also having that
But I
issue.
can't get to. So interesting. So when Wade originally did, he said it ran fine.
It's my meta link said it needed like a driver update, so that might be the issue. But
Well, I mean, we did. A lot of files
it
got
now
touched with
won't
the upgrade
work
too.
unless I restart
Oh.
my computer.
Oh yeah.
So I guess I will have to do a restart.
I think you will.
Okay. Well, I'll be
I'll
right
see you.
back.
I'm not going to restart because I think that might kill our session. The host leaves.
Yeah.
Not sure what to do. Not the coolest demo for CUNY.
Let me restart and see if this fixes it. If it does, you might need to do the same. But
Yeah.
I will let you know. I will be right back.
Okay. Meanwhile, let's try and create an AK room. What's that? Okay, so there is, here's our mine entrance. It's a good view of it. Closed, so it's hard to sort of see what the extents of it are. Be described with a box. Probably. Oh, that's not my computer. Sorry, got distracted by noises. Kind of want to load the tutorial. Feel like another browser window. Like, game's gonna crash again. What do? Let's pick your file system. Files fine. So why is this not connected? But oh, I feel like wise environment portal, room portal. I have created a room portal.
Man down.
Well, so I started sim and I was stuck on the floor in lobby.
Oh.
And then I tried like resetting my floor in base and then like rejoining using link and then running it again. And I was still stuck on the floor. And then Max said he got the same result and also that his device was complaining about drivers or something. His
Oh.
computer. Anyway, so he said he was going to do a restart and test, and it looks like he has just returned.
And is it
Welcome back.
because when I created the build I created for all of us that we tested out was in the latest version. That was the fixed version.
Yeah, and we spawned okay and everything was fine, right?
Yeah. But are you
So
running
maybe
it,
something bad happens with the
There we
merge?
go.
or is it the Windows?
Well, we're running at the editor, right, where we do our work.
No, I understand, but
We
is
click
it
play.
specifically running it from Windows as opposed to running? Because if we created a build from the Windows version, it's isn't it when you're running it from the editor? It's like not the same. It's not like an Android build,
No, 100% not.
right? So is that
It's
possible?
running on Windows using the link cable to use your
Yeah.
device.
So what I mean is there's specific drivers for like Oculus versus Windows, and is it possible that the Oculus one works and the Windows one doesn't?
I mean, the build worked, right? So the build worked. And then that was before I think you merged it into main. Or
Well, let me try running it in main on mine.
Because it might have been, right? Anyway, we don't know what it is. Max is going to investigate and see if it's just like, oh, it was drivers and that's solved now. The other thing I didn't try is a room scale boundary, which might also fix it potentially.
Right. Okay, give me 1 sec.
This thing is at the origin. It's not really where I want it. Let's bring that. It's too bad I don't know how to use this program. Maybe I should make the outside portal first. Does that make sense, chat? Oh, this is a portal. Okay. How do I add a room? Oh, I do have to load the stupid tutorial.
Okay, I'm still having the same issue, unfortunately.
X, don't pay you to have issues.
Yeah.
Saying that
That's
out
just
loud.
odd. I don't know why.
Pay you very much, do we? Period.
Wait, you guys are getting paid?
We're getting paid. It's not very much.
Yeah, I don't know. That's so weird.
I'm stuck on the ground.
AK room. It's happening. Add required component of box collider or capsule collider or character collider or collider to the game object.
Okay,
first.
I think I know what it is. I think it is what I was talking about. I think it's the Windows version, and I think it has to do with, remember that there's that one setting in projects. Let me see if I can find it again. It's like this is not compatible, but you have it set to both and it's not compatible or something like that. Where the hell was it?
Can you share your screen? Because that doesn't make sense to me, but it makes sense to Max.
Yeah, 1 sec. Just send it over to the other channel.
I haven't seen this before, but I opened up the project settings in the XR plugin management. And under OpenXR, it says our project has some settings that are incompatible with OpenXR. And it looks like it has to do with
first installing the thing. Like it did.
Yeah.
It did change a bunch of like input files.
Yeah, using something called stick control instead of vector2 control.
No, there was literally something that said you're running on both, and it's not compatible. It was under active something here. Maybe you're right. Maybe I just literally said no, and it was that.
Yes. Share your screen. Share your
Okay,
screen.
hold on.
Your screen. Share your...
They do have just like a fix button.
Here it is. Active input handling. Is that what you said?
No, mine is saying it's the difference. I mean, maybe related, but they now use stick control instead of vector 2 control.
So this was the setting that I was told wouldn't work, and I think it couldn't be. Maybe I didn't bring this across, and that was. Maybe I didn't bring that across in the merge. I think there was something where I was like, maybe the player settings aren't important, which I don't know why I would think that, but anyway, let me just check my merge.
Max, I have a dumb question.
Yeah.
Is there a way to show collider without having edit collider selected?
Let me see. Do you have your gizmos turned on?
Oh, maybe you don't. I mean, there are a million gizmos that have individual
Yeah,
controls.
that's my only issue with gizmos is that it shows like everything. And
Ah,
sometimes I try and
yes.
turn off things and they just don't go away.
So it turns out there are dumb questions. All right. Here's what I'm doing, guys. This thing here is a game object with a box collider. This is going to be the outdoors environment. So I think I can just plonk it in at the middle of the playable level.
Is the box collider, is it a trigger or just a collider?
Don't know yet. I think it should be a trigger.
I think so.
And this is going
Otherwise,
to be
it
interesting
interacts
because
with physics stuff.
yeah, things like our gate might interact with this, right?
That's kind of what
If
I'm
we
working
don't-
on now. I'm trying the colliders. You can include or exclude certain layers. So I'm trying to, at least to solve the gate activation issue with the ball, I put the ball trigger on a separate layer, and then I just told the gates to ignore that layer. So you might have to put this on a separate layer called like audio or wise or something, and then we'll just have the gates ignore that layer as well. Something like that, at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm almost wondering if for some reason it's defaulting to the keyboard version. No, because this one doesn't even have a keyboard.
The other thing is,
Keyboard controller is still in there, and there may be logic that
when I click run, even like with my headset not on, the camera defaults to like a static view, even when my camera's like moving around. The view in Unity remains static.
Sus.
So hopefully Claude AI came through because it said this sounds like camera tracking and origin issue that often occurs after Unity updates. I'm going to try its fix and see what it does.
I mean, it 100% occurred to Unity
that-
updated.
Yeah, and when I was on after I updated last time, I didn't actually do any testing in the headset because I was just working on graphical stuff with Jillian. So that could be it.
Oh, wait. Your project has some settings that are incompatible with OpenXR. Click to open the project validator. OpenXR
Yeah, that's what I was
switch to.
talking about.
Oh, okay. Did you try that already?
I didn't actually click fix yet. I don't see why that would affect the camera orientation, but it's worth a shot.
Shit.
Let me try it.
I just heard my cat knock something over.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure your VR platform Oculus Meta OpenXR is still checked. Check this is for both PC and Android tabs if building for Quest. Oh, right. So the PC version. Oh, there's a fix in there as well. Fix.
It's odd because we're not building, we're running directly through Unity, or at least I am.
I wonder if I created a build and threw it onto the headset. Am I going to have the same issue for Windows?
Yeah, good question.
Where I put all the cookies.
Most likely fix. Your XR origin tracking origin mode probably got reset. Select your XR origin game object, which is the head, right?
Yes, probably.
Yes. XR setup, player rig, camera offset, main camera. Yeah, the main camera has a tracked pose driver on it. But everything on that looks correct. Oh, on the XR rig, there is a XR origin. Tracking origin mode. Set to not specified.
Where is that? Oh, there it is. I see.
Yeah. Maybe I'll try
Device floor unbounded.
Device?
And you want it set to floor.
Oh, to floor. Okay.
Now I'm assuming, well, actually, I'll do it here because this is just, I know it's going to be just set for this scene, but I can at least just try it and see if it works.
Could happen.
No, same issue.
Here. Okay, how far? What is my position? Camera height. I have another stupid question, Max.
What's up?
Is there a way to put the camera coordinates on so I can tell whether I'm going through the floor or not, kind of stuff?
Yes and no. Let me verify really quick. There is a way to do it, but it feels like a weird workaround.
Why don't I not worry about it? I think because really I want to drop this box in and see if I can get things working.
So if you create a secondary camera in the
Oh,
hierarchy,
yeah. No.
well, I
I'm
mean,
good.
you're not actually going to use the camera. It's just to get the
Yeah, I know.
coordinates. You can delete it shortly after.
I just feel like it's going to change a bunch of stuff in the level that I don't want it to
I mean,
change.
you don't need a camera. You could make an empty game object if you wanted. I just do camera because it's simple. But if you select an object and hit Control-Shift-F, it will move that object to your camera's current location.
Oh,
So
that is hacky.
that did not work.
Nah.
No, I tried it as well.
And actually, when I started it, it said Oh, wait a minute. If I set it to unbounded, it's when it starts. It starts as unspecified. When I
Yeah,
put
and
device,
I remember in the past I think it's always been set to unspecified, which felt weird, but like if that's what it's always been, then I'm not sure what's going on with this.
I wonder if that's the way it should be, and we had it set wrong, and now we're getting these weird issues when we upgrade. I have no idea. This is like total speculation.
Yeah. And I went to project validation and I tried fixing that, and nothing really changed either.
break. Be right back.
Mhm. know what I like? It's like, what do you see under these settings? I can just take a screenshot and send it, and then it looks at it and sees what I'm seeing.
Oh yeah.
I think I may have found the setting to change.
Okay.
It's working. I feel like I'm
Ooh.
taller than I should be, but let me know if this works for you. So go to the main camera in the hierarchy,
Hmm.
and then under the tracked pose driver in the inspector, there's a checkbox like 4 down that says ignore tracking state. If you
Where
turn
do you
that
see tracked?
on,
Oh, I see there. Ignore tracking state. Yeah.
yeah, if you turn that on, it works. I couldn't tell you why, but it
How
seems
did you
to get
figure
it back. I was just moving through the main camera settings and looking at different stuff, and I just tried it.
Let me see.
Were you looking at the diffs in GitHub at all, or like at anything?
No, I hadn't looked at any of that. I was just kind of.
Can you grab a screenshot or share your screen quickly?
Yeah.
Open. I want to be able to fix this because I'm in Wise right now.
So, you go down the chain, managers, XR setup, XR rig, camera offset, main camera. And then under there's the tracked pose driver. 4th down or 3rd down, ignore tracking state. This just says it ignores the tracking state and it always treats the input pose as valid. So what I'm guessing is happening, and again, I don't know the root cause, but I'm thinking that this means that something is occurring that's saying that the input pose of the headset is invalid. So it's treating the camera as not tracking. I would imagine this would be like if when your headset moves outside of the bounds of the play area, it'll usually tab away from the game and move into like the pass-through camera or like something else. And I think that treats that as like an invalid camera pose or input pose. So we're basically saying no matter what happens, always treat the headset as valid. So even if you were to like step out of bounds or move to a different room or whatever, it's still going to think the headset is in a valid like location. So this might not be the end-all solution, but it does at least
Wade
get
was
the headset
saying, it seems to work in the console, right? Versus the Windows build.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for doing that. I got a screenshot. When I get back into Unity, I can.
Cool. Well, yeah, let me hop in there real quick and actually test the thing I was going to test. I'll be right back.
Okay.
That worked.
Oh yeah.
Now the question is, will that work in a Quest build as opposed to running directly from here? I don't see why it wouldn't. I'm just curious if it does.
What it does.
But also, you know what? Odd thing is, so I saved it directly in the hierarchy, which means it should have been set only in the lobby. But I
Oh.
went to Spooky, or not Spooky, Western, and it was working.
Okay, I'm back.
So that's kind of interesting. With like it originally connecting the camera. So Max happened. Wade updated his camera
Lobby.
settings in the lobby.unity. And then he went into, where did you go, Spooky?
Yeah, from the lobby.
And then and then everything was fine still in Spooky. So I mean, we don't know what happens if you just start in Spooky, or whether, like.
Yeah, because I've been starting directly in a lab. And it wasn't working, and then I checked this checkbox, and now it is working.
So it may be like first connection of the device, like something about, startup position. Or like it might be that it's, just not broken and Spooky. I don't know. Why do you have mysteries for me already? So early. Audio. Settings. Ads. Western. Play Coyote.
I have to go check on something. I will be right back.
Environments. I forget how master TPCs work. Sort of talking to myself, sorry. Sound effects, Western. How does this know it's bus? One wonders. Man, I totally forget how this works. Western, general settings. Sound effects, that's here. Oh yes, and this is interesting. Nope, I do not remember how this works. This must have. It's going to sound effects bus. Why? Okay. I might be hitting my limits.
No worries.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I might have to be
Max,
done
I might be
here.
hitting my limit.
Yeah, I might be getting done here soon.
How?
I think I resolved the gate triggering issue.
Like so that it doesn't go off when it's to the left, like when it's
Yeah.
close but not there. Cool.
Yeah, so I'm going to do one more test because I was just in my sandbox, but I'm going to try going in like Western or something and starting around and making sure not only the gate triggering works, but that the out of bounds tracking works because those systems use some of the same like triggering mechanisms. So I want to make sure
Be
fixing
warned,
one
be
didn't
warned.
hurt the other.
It's possible. It's possible that. Wade, do you remember? Did we regress the regular balls when you put in the potato and the banana?
I don't know if we regress the regular ones. We definitely. I don't know. I just know the potato and the banana don't work. Maybe we regress the regular ones.
Did the potato and banana get pushed into main, or are they still in the Wade branch?
That's a good question. I have a feeling they're in Maine.
So it's something to watch out for, Max. it might be that we did something to the outputs.
Okay.
Yeah, banana prefab and bowling and potatoes using the bowling ball prefab.
But did you change the bowling ball prefab?
I don't think so. I'm checking right now. I did not change it in changed to the bowling prefab. I only changed the potato. Let me see about the banana.
But
No.
I think we only really care about the bowling ball prefab.
I did not change the bowling ball prefab.
Okay. It should be good, Max.
Well, Max, when you went to fix it, was it broken when you first went in and then it wasn't? Like, are you on a branch for that issue? Or are you?
What? Sorry, say again.
Oh, it's okay. I'll wait till you're done.
Parent sound effects. Parent sound effects. Oh, here we go. Here's the override. Okay. Okay. Still alive for a minute or two. I finally found where the where that bus is coming from. All right.
Okay, so it doesn't. It looks like something changed with the ball spawning, because I can no longer spawn the bowling ball.
Did you connect to the room? Is that maybe it?
Maybe. I guess I have to run it through lobby and then go in. Okay, let me test this.
Your game doesn't very well if you don't start multiplayer and lobby in the thing. So I was in the kitchen grabbing water and cookies. Oh, I hit all our cameras while I was... Man, I'm the worst. We need someone who, like, is the stream manager. Just like... this. Someone who's, like, watching chat. No, when I forget to turn our cameras back on. Think of all the cats I missed.
That's a ton of cats.
Yeah, so I was smart. I realized I didn't need to calculate reverb. So I only put it on this. What settings does it want me to put? This is how you make games, people.
Okay, be right back.
Tutorial on the left. Design on the right. Okay. Got my outdoors reverb. I feel like I want to call that something different though. Effect. Name. Huh, it's just room verb 0. That's not very descriptive. Can I call it whatever I want? Oh. Why don't
Okay.
I have environmental curves?
Testing seems to verify that gate triggering is working correctly again, and the out of bounds stuff is still correct.
Sweet.
Do you want me to push up the change that I had to make to the camera to get it working for now?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
That
And
seems
if
like
for some
that seems like
reason,
that's something we want.
yeah, if that's not the correct thing long term, we can change it, but at least this gets it back up and working.
Like potentially it could break the Oculus build. We'll find out.
Yeah, I guess I didn't do a build of it.
Unity XR tracking state bug with MetaQuest 3, which I shouldn't assume, but the issue is difficult to describe, but I know that the problem is with tracking state and how the input manager tracks MetaQuest 3's tracking state. In GIF below, I'm physically moving my head left and right the entire time, and yet there's no movement. I would also force my character controller height to 0. I'm not sure why the tracking state would do this. I haven't looked deeply into the character controller, but my guess it has something to do with the character controller driver that probably acts as a mediator between the XR origin and the character controller. Also, interestingly, if I record a video on the device itself, it wouldn't probably record what I was actually seeing in VR headset. When I turned my head left or right, instead of just staying still, I saw the GIF above. It actually very slightly moved left and right, opposite to where my head was turning. Oh, yeah, Band-Aid solution, blah, blah. And just in case you think I didn't add tracking input action, here it is. So somebody's experienced this at least on the Quest 3.
Yeah. And that's what I'm using on this, but if it's happening with both of us.
Oh, tracking state input reference. Why am I not seeing that on ours? Doesn't have something for that. Add binding.
So am I good to change bowling ball prefab, the gate prefab, and the manager's prefab? That's the one that has the headset fix in it.
Yep.
I don't know why it's making me change the topmost parent managers instead of just the camera, but at least this catches all of the changes that were made.
Awesome. So we have nothing set to tracking state input. I wonder if that has something to do with it.
Where is that set?
It's under the same thing where we set ignore tracked pose driver.
Oh, tracking state input. Right now it's set to action.
Action, yeah. And I don't know what that is. And
Maybe it needs to be set to use reference.
it's, yeah, it looks like it's supposed to be set to XRI head tracking state input action reference.
Yeah, so that's reference instead of
Oh, there we go.
action. Well, I guess let me try this again.
I'm going to try that. I just set it. Because somebody said, before you told me that it didn't set this, here it is. And ours actually wasn't set. So let me just see if that does anything.
It doesn't look like it changed anything.
No. That did not make a difference.
No, same here.
All right.
Well, it was worth a shot. That looks like it should have worked.
Yeah.
We can keep investigating. Maybe put that as a Trello card or something.
I wonder if there's an update to the XR tracking management packages.
Yeah, maybe something like that is what's causing the issue.
Is that under assets? Yeah. Select dependencies. I can't remember where we set that again. Damn it. Anyway, I understand you got to go. And Andrew, you said you're losing steam as well.
Oh, we can't hear you, Andrew.
Package manager. There we go. Oh, Oculus integration is deprecated.
I don't think we're using OpenXR.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
has like a thing for Oculus, but
Which means I should probably uninstall the Oculus integration. It's probably just something I have on my computer, not everybody else. Unknown package. Oh, Normcore. That's interesting. Anyway. In project. There we go. Mock XR HMD
I don't think
is
we can
in
hear
there.
you, Andrew.
Oh, Oculus XR plugin has an update. Provides display and input support for Oculus devices, version history, 452 recommended. Fixes regex string, updates Android minimum API to 29. Unknown issues. App metrics for both of the above. Acceleration and angular acceleration values are tracked. Poses currently returns 0 when using OpenXR. It's a
Yep.
limit of. Oh, but that's nothing. Okay.
No, that would definitely be the issue. If the tracked state is returning 0, like 0,
Oh,
0 would make it an incorrect or an invalid state.
well,
So
it's saying it's a limitation of the OpenXR API.
That's interesting. Yeah, we might have to keep an eye on that because that definitely sounds like the issue. If it's returning zeros across the board, the headset thinks it's an invalid state. So it's
Right.
basically saying, oh, something's wrong with the headset tracking and we can't track it.
So maybe the build for the headset for my the other one for the update, when I did the one for the actual headset itself, maybe that did work. And we're only seeing it because we're running it from Windows.
Yeah,
Maybe not. I don't know.
and that could be maybe running it through the editor or through Windows is what's causing that invalid state. So like we
Yeah.
have to check the box when we're doing Windows stuff so it ignores that incorrect state. But when it's built on the headset, it's not having those issues. And since it's not having those issues, it's tracking correctly, which means everything else works as expected. We'll probably just
Yeah.
have to do a build without the checkbox to verify it works. But I think you said it did last time. So
Yeah. I'm going to update. Anyway, I won't keep you. I'm going to update any outdated packages that look like they might be related and see if that helps.
okay. Yeah, just let us know.
Because XR Interaction Toolkit has an update as well. Anyway, all right, cool. Thank you so much.
We still can't hear you, Andrew, if you're talking.
Darn it. There we go. I'm back.
Cool.
Okay, really going to sleep now. Good
Okay.
night, chat.